Welcome back to the Subspace Games YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to be talking about the material editor. And what you didn't get to see was the fact that I started working on this thing and it wasn't working right. So that's just another lesson, is if something seems like it's kind of funky, it's best to just go ahead and save, close Shiva, and reopen it. Basically, we'll be working from the design desktop here within Shiva, and it gives us a lot of these different views. And I like to be able to see the objects in the scene viewer, so as I make changes to the material, then I can see that update, and it wasn't updating, and it was just really acting kind of strange. So let that be a lesson. If something gets all screwed up, it's not working right, close it and reopen it. Alright, so we're going to go to the design desktop here. There's a whole lot going on. Don't worry about the ambiance editor over here. We'll do that later. The attributes editor is down here. We've already gone over it, so that shouldn't be surprising. Same with the data explorer. The scene viewer we've taken a look at as well. It's the material editor that's new and where we're going to focus our attention. But I like the design view because it allows us to see the objects within the scene. And to be able to look at the attributes editor, so if we need to, if we go down to the shape attributes, we can see what we're focused on and what material it's using, so that we can pull that up in the material editor and make changes. So you can see that right now it's ground material, so we have the ground selected. Since we have the ball material open in the material editor, let's go ahead and click on a ball, and you'll see that now we're working with the ball material. Now, if we didn't have a material, we could go to material and we could do create. In this case, I had just gone to open before I started the video, and I just selected this material, but there are other materials we could have done. And it's just like the attribute editor. It just has these tabs that you can pull up. It handles different features of the material. So you'll see the name. Here's kind of a basic look. And then there's a lot of these different options like additive blending, draw outline, which is kind of cool if you're going for a cartoon look, receive fog, which I think if you have in the ambience, if you set some fog up at different distances, it'll actually use the fog. Texturing, you can pull in some normal maps and specular maps, and the different textures. You can set your blending modes. There's a lot to it. We're not going to be covering all of it until we actually go to use it within the game. Lighting's important. You want to be able to turn on the lighting per vertex, per pixel, or even do the toon shading so it makes it look like a cartoon. Whether or not it's going to get the static lighting, different shadowing, colors. So you've got all kinds of stuff. Emissive, so if you want it to actually emit color and look like a light source, then you can do that. Set the ambient, set the diffuse, which is what you normally are seeing when you look at an object. The specular, you can change that so the reflections come up in a different color. The shininess, you have basically everything that you would like to see in the material editor. If we turn the shininess up, you'll see that the the specular highlights get smaller, or you can make it look like it's not so shiny. Just all kinds of different stuff. There's advanced effects if you want to make them opaque so that you can see through it. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's a lot of fun to kind of come in here and play with. Anyways, that's what there is to the material editor. Once you save it, then you can apply it to an object. As you see here, I've got two different objects. They both have the same material. So, you just apply the material to those objects, and then as you adjust the material, it's going to affect all the objects that are there. Just get in, play around with it a little bit. We'll be doing quite a bit in here. I really like playing with materials, especially like normal maps and things like that, to make stuff really stand out and really be a little bit more realistic. So we'll be covering that a lot more as we get into the game. Anyways, next time we'll be covering the particle effects, which is actually pretty exciting. So I hope you stick around for the next video. Thanks.